Keith, I was prepared with the Storm Center sweater, and then you were like, we're not ready for Storm Center yet.
I know, and apparently everyone was waiting for me to make this call, so I walked in a suit and was like, no Storm Center, but later today. And the reason is, one, there hasn't been that much accumulation. Two, not much of the state is getting snow yet.
Right.
So we always try to think.
We're kind of up to Augusta at this point,
We're halfway
right?
through, yeah.
So, okay,
it's
coming.
Other people could have called a Storm Center. I would respect that decision. Let's take this camera real quick because I just want to talk about it, Bill, if we can, just the one right outside our studio. So this is the battle that's going on right now along the coastline. Is we're talking about the ineffectual snow. So there's a coating you can see on some surfaces, but it's been snowing for several hours, and it's been snowing pretty hard. And so that's the issue you have. Go to Wind Mountain now, I think, is what we're looking at. Oh, Holden, okay, so we're waiting for the snow still there. You can actually, looks like you can see a bit in the distance. And so that's, depending on where your location is, what's going on is that rain-snow line fight. Inland, there's no fight. It's been all snow, and so it's going to stack up pretty quickly there. They're in for a good storm. And the storm looks good on radar. We've got a lot of good echoes down into Cape Cod. Now, we knew for Boston this was going to be rain. That's no surprise. And everything looks about right as far as its formation and the speed that it's moving up the coast right now, pretty much on track. So it's just down to these little details of exact surface temperatures. And they've been a little bit too warm. Portland at 33, Wiscasset at 35. And as we've talked about, you can snow, believe it or not, to 39 degrees. I think 40, I don't know if I've seen 40, but it can happen in the right conditions. But just accumulating is really hard to do, so you lose a lot of snow in that process. And that's what's happening along the coast. The radar thinks it's rain. It's not. It's snow, but it's really ineffectual stuff. Now, just get on the other side of that, and we're ripping some pretty good bands, especially out 302, kind of the usual spots, right? And as you get into Bethel, West Paris is in a little bit of a lull right now, but this is a good band of snow, and there'll be a lot of these through this storm. And when you're solidly in the snow side of things, all you're doing is waiting for different intensity bands to come through. Storm slowly working its way off to the north and east. This is, I hate saying this, but about sunset tonight, 4 o'clock, about sunset tonight, and you can see the storm gets out to about Waterville at that point. Really fills in here to the west and into the foothills and mountains. And the battle continues along the coast. So what will be interesting is tonight, Todd and I were just talking about this, when the sun sets, it gets a little bit colder usually, right? So that's when we'll be watching the coast again. Temperatures, ooh, they're really fighting here, but 38 isn't going to get it done. Meanwhile, we're in the 30s inland, so we'll probably get some really pasty snow through tonight, through tomorrow morning. This is Saturday morning. And now as the low starts to move away, it takes some of its warm characteristics with it. And so you'll see some areas that were rain change back over to snow on the back side of this storm. And I could see it snowing pretty good along the coast tomorrow morning during this process. Again, we're going to be fighting a little bit to accumulate it, but you know, if we're in the mid-30s here, but I do think it'll end as snow. And then the storm kind of wraps out of here and hangs around until early in the afternoon on Saturday, and then should be out of here, you know, 6, 7 o'clock, all but northern and down East Maine. So it's a long duration event. So if you're getting snow, be patient. It'll take a while to pile up. So I don't think there's any changes to this map. It's funny, the scenes have little timestamps and they tell you when somebody's updated it. It said there was an update at 4:23 a.m. this morning. I don't know where it is though. It looks exactly the same to me. So I think everything is still kind of in the same spot. Really tight gradient continues. You can see that playing out right now. Jackpot out to 25 there, Cornish and Parsonsfield into North Conway as well. And then to the north, more uniform, Bangor 6 to 10, I think. And then 3 to 6, 1 to 3 down into down East Maine. Oh, the weenies are already excited about the next one. This is how it works. Look at this thing coming up late next week. Big old bomb of a storm system around Christmas Eve. There's something. It's definitely going to be a big storm. I just don't know what side of it we're going to be on yet. And frankly, I don't have time. So that's it.
Not today.
Yeah, not today. Well, you know, as soon as we get to Monday, you know that's all I'll be looking at. And we do get a nice break of quiet weather in between, people doing last minute shopping, blah, blah. All good in between. I just think something's hanging around right near Christmas Eve. And we'll address that when we get through this storm.
Yeah, we'll take it one storm at a time right now.
That's good. It's the Bill Belichick way, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Keith.